Welcome to Family Art Lab. Today I'm going to walk you through our winter paint-along. We will be painting this colorful and beautiful scene of snow-covered trees. First, unpack your box and lay out all your supplies. Lay out your canvas, reference to paint from, tempera paints, which are white, yellow, red, magenta, blue, and black, an assortment of brushes with a pencil, paper towel, water cup, foil sheet for mixing paint, and something round to trace, like a water bottle cap or glue stick cap. Start by lightly drawing a curvy line for the snow-covered ground. Next, we're going to paint our beautiful sky. It's up to you what you put there, but since this is a rainbow, I'll be copying that. Use your biggest brush and some blue paint and start at the top of the canvas. You really don't need too much paint. Paint brush strokes left to right and slowly move down the canvas. You can use a little white paint to lighten the blue as you go down. It's good to mix the paint together on the tin foil, so I can take some white and blue and mix it here. Clean your brush off with water and dry it on the paper towel. Now you're ready for the next color, which will be the magenta. Add some magenta to the sky, overlapping the blue a little bit. That's how you mix colors directly on the canvas and make a rainbow effect. After washing and drying your brush, I'm going to add some blue to the bottom of the magenta. This way, I don't get brown if I add yellow, because yellow and purple, remember, will make brown. After I wash and dry my brush, I'm going to use pure yellow. Look at how magical it is. When that yellow touches the blue, it makes a wonderful green. I love this yellow so much, I'm going to fill it in a little bit more to the bottom. Next is red, and what does that make when you mix with yellow? You guessed it, it's orange. Gosh, do I love orange. Let's finish off our rainbow with red. Wow, is that bright? What a powerful color red is. While the paint's still wet, I'm going to take a dry, smaller brush and just smooth things out a little bit in between colors. I like to make it look a little smooth and flowing, kind of like the sky. It's important to wash and dry your paintbrush though in between colors, just so you don't make brown. Remember, when all the colors mix together, they make brown. For the ground, start with a small amount of black paint at the bottom, then add some blue, and then maybe a little bit of purple on top. Remember, don't try to use a lot of paint. The more paint you use, the harder it will be to control. So I like to use a little bit first, and then add more later. Now it's time for trees. I'm going to draw these three main trees in the front. I'm not going to worry about these little two in between, not right now. But first I'm going to just do a sketchy line. That means not too hard, not too solid, of the first big tree. That's the tallest one. The one in the middle is a little smaller, and then the one on the right is kind of in between the two. Okay, this is probably the hardest step, especially for little kids, but we're going to use our tiniest brush and a small amount of black paint, and we're going to trace the pencil lines that we drew from the bottom going up to the top. The idea is not to use too much paint because if it gets too thick and too chunky, it kind of makes a mess. So try to paint thin. Starting at the bottom of the tree, make some squiggly lines back and forth up the tree. I try to make mine smaller as they go up, so that means bigger at the bottom. You can always go back and add more paint. Notice that for every couple squiggles, I dip in more black paint. Here you kind of want to use enough wet paint, but not a lot of chunky paint, if that makes sense. Now go ahead and do this for the second and third tree. Believe me, you'll be a pro after that third tree. If you like, you can go ahead and add those tiny trees in the background, trees 4 and 5. Those I just did solid, kind of like solid triangles, but with rough edges. Okay, now for the moon. Grab your glue stick cap or your water bottle top or even a quarter, and you're going to place that where you want in the sky, and you're going to trace it with your pencil. You can't see in the video, but it's there. Take your smallest brush and some white paint, not a lot, and fill it in. I try to stay within the line so that I get that nice circle shape. Again, you don't have to use so much paint. Once you have the shape you like, you can go back and add more paint on top. Use the smallest brush to add stars. Some can be like a plus sign, and some can just be dots. For the dots, I make sure I dip in the paint every few stars. Now that the ground is dry, I'm going to add some snow to the ground as well. And you know what, while I'm at it, let me add a little bit more blue and some magenta. Remember, this is your painting, so you can add as much color as you like. Use your small brush to add snow to the trees. We're going to do this the same way we added the black. We are going to go left to right with some squiggle lines in between the black paint. If the black paint underneath is still wet, either let it dry, or when it starts mixing and turning gray, get some fresh white paint and cover it again. I used a lot of paint for this part. Go ahead and do this for the remaining two trees. And you know, while we're at it, let's do the two small ones too. I used less paint for those. And there you have it, a wonderful winter scene. Thank you for joining us for Family Art Lab at Home, and hope to see you again.